Hello, beautiful souls. It's Crystal Hemphill with Journey Into It. It's been quite a while since I've done this. Just kind of sat in front of the camera, had a open conversation with myself. But here I am. I really felt drawn to do this today with the energy. It feels to be just a very familiar feeling in the air. A feeling of self-discovery and stillness, a sense of releasing. Very, very familiar. So I decided, why not pull a card? Let's see where this conversation goes. Let's see what the collective and I need to know with this energy. So let's hop to it. I am using the Cosmic Journey Oracle. All right. Yeah, I might read that one too. Okay, so we have a number 9 and a number 19 wanted to fall out too. So we might take a look at that one too. See what messages it has. All right, so here we have cut away what is no longer needed for now. It's funny that I said now. It says for you, but I said cut away what is no longer needed for now. Is there a kind of a special holding place of some sort, putting something aside so that you can focus on what is needed now? I feel that may be the case for many of you. Sometimes we put something aside, kind of in that bank deposit, and we get it when it's needed. Kind of storing information as we go along. Something that may help you down the road, but it doesn't need to be a focus right now. There's something greater calling your attention. Something that may be bringing you a lot of worry and stress in the moment that you can't quite fix or navigate on that highest level. And there's just this sense of it's okay to put it aside for right now. There's something more important calling you. So, that message was for you. Just know that it's okay. There may be a sense of guilt kind of lingering around this. Well, if I don't handle this right now, what am I gonna do? And I just feel like there's a need to, I feel like there's a need to just release that guilt in that sense. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright to release that. Let me turn this volume off on my phone so we're not disturbed. There we go. Alright. So cut away what is no longer needed for you. So here's the message, the other message in this card. You no longer need validation. You are sovereign. What would your life look like if you really lived by this principle? What would change and what would stay the same? What would you do different in the situation that you are faced with right now? Why hold on to what's accumulated by default around you? Maybe within that prior message that this was just handed down to you, and with that came the weight upon your shoulders, the burden of it. Intentionally decide what stays and what goes. Consider the stories, beliefs, relationships, and even physical reminders that are not congruent with who you are now. For so many of us, we hold on to those things, the stories, generational trauma. It runs through our blood. And for a lot of you, you have severed those ties. And you have mended and healed your lineage for you, for generations past, and your children's children. And wow, what a powerful thing that is. And I hear it's okay to let that go now. It's okay to let that go now. You don't have to hold to that story. Because who you are now, it's not who you were when you were going through that, when you were moving through that energy, when you were healing all of that trauma. Who you are right here, right now, that story, it's no longer needed. Doesn't make you who you are. You learned some incredible things and you stood in your power. And you should be blown away by your efforts and your grace, the strength that you have. Hold that. Hold that inside. That is who you are. Not the story. Not the beliefs or the memories of it all. It's okay to let that go. It's okay to let that go. This is beautiful. Cut away what is no longer needed for you. We can bring that in on all kinds of levels. There may be things or people, circumstances within your environment right now that are just not in alignment with who you are. Relationships, we grow and we evolve. And sometimes if you're not growing together, you can grow apart. But there's beauty in that, see? And again, it's okay to let that go. There is just this beautiful, beautiful energy kind of surrounding me. It has this sensation and texture of freedom. Freedom to be who you are. Maybe you hid yourself for so long and you're letting go of fear. You're letting go of fear of judgment, You're letting go of limited beliefs that others may have placed on you. That's their beliefs. Who you are now is ready to stand in your own. Who you are now whatever they said, whatever they did that could have held you back, that could have hurt you deeply. It's okay to let all that go. Those restrictions, with those limited beliefs, those blockages, with those limited beliefs, it's okay to let that go. Thoughts about yourself, beliefs that you once held about yourself, maybe they were programmed in you, deeply embedded in who you thought you were, and you had to live by that. But you're starting to come into the truth. That does not define you, and that is not in alignment with what you feel deep inside of your heart and soul. And again, it's okay to let that go. So your cosmic catalyst question is, which old story has my family or lineage deposited on me that's no longer true? And let's just stop for a moment and do this work together. So I'm just going to hold this space for you. And I'm hearing the count back from 10. So if you would like to play along when I get to 1, I want you to allow that memory, that sound, that imagery, that feeling just to come into focus as if it was on a big screen right in front of you. What's that story? What's that belief? What's that program? Just centering yourself and grounding yourself in your body now. Take a deep breath. 9. And just relaxing the mind itself. 8. 7. 6. Just heightening all of your senses. Become aware of what is going to come forward for you. You feel it rising. 5. 4. You may begin to see images, memories flooding in. Focus in on that one that tells the full story. 3. 2. For many of you, it may be feelings. Maybe it's a bit tough for you to see the imagery. You may hear it, feel it, sense it in your body. And that's just perfect for you. However you need to experience it. 1. Allowing that to come forward now so that it can be healed and let go of. What is that story? And just watch it, allow it to come into focus, into color, or allow the emotion to rise so that you can fully feel it and express it. as you watch this picture, or feel these emotions, or hear this, I want you to start creating affirmations as if these affirmations are encapsulating, encircling this memory, this story, this limited belief. Affirmations that speak truth into who you are now, more in alignment with who you are, despite that story. I am worthy of love. My appearance does not define my self-worth. My mind is powerful. I am free to express my feelings, and I am safe. The way that you think holds no bars around me, for I am my truth. I am me, and that is all that I ever will need to be. I am love, and I am loved. I can fully surrender to my fullest expression, my feelings, my emotions, my thoughts, my desires, my needs, and my wants. I have an incredible sense of love for myself and for others. And just see those affirmations circling around this story, that memory, those feelings, the sounds, whatever it may be, and however it came up for you. And as you see these words, these affirmations, or just the energetic of it, and you feel it and its intensity, for you have just spoken truth, for you in alignment with you and who you are now, see this memory or this story fading, and the words getting bigger and moving faster, more momentum. And as that story begins to fade, you see the color drain from it, or the emotion begins to fade. The sounds become muffled. And it's nothing more than just pixelated little dots, very little emotion. Can barely hear it, and it just becomes smaller and smaller as these powerful words you just spoke of truth or who you are just grow bigger and bigger until they become this ball of light that heals that story in this moment. Beautiful ball of light, of power, of your words, of your truth. And I want you to take a moment and to just feel into your body. There may be a specific area, and I'm going to ask, where was that memory stored? The thing that you are letting go of, the thing that you just healed, where was it stored? Put your focus and attention on that particular spot. And I want you to see that big ball of power, those affirmations. And I want you to bring that ball of light into that area. And just allow the colors to play. And feel how powerful that actually feels. Those sensations, that newfound strength and courage and wisdom and knowing, this deep knowing inside. This is you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And just sit with that for a moment more. You may begin to feel this profound feeling of love for yourself. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Wow. All right. Well, let's do number 19 too. Let's see what this has in store. Memento mori. There might not be someday. Almost feel like we needed to do that number 9 first, right? All right. Memento mori. There might not be a someday. As my friend Sam Horn proclaimed in the title of her recent book, someday is not a day of the week. The time is now. Imagine if the unknown countdown timer to our expiration date was almost at 0. What would you be doing now that's different? How would you want this situation to unfold? And for me, the story that you may have just let go of may have been that defining factor that kind of had that sensation of holding you back. Limited beliefs can do that. So I can definitely see how we needed to handle number 9 first before we walked into this 19. Because imagine if that countdown timer was on and we was almost at a 0. What would you do differently? I think I would say, to hell with what I've always held on to. I think I would say, you know what? Now is a great time to show other people who I truly am. I think I would say, I'm gonna live. I'm gonna experience everything that I possibly can in these last days. I think I would show more love to myself. Really honoring self. finding sanctuary within, and also bestowing that to the people that I love and strangers, people that I don't even know. What would you be doing now that's different? How would you want this situation to unfold? One day the sand in our cosmic hourglass will be gone. And then what will you ask for? More time? Sorry? You've had it all along, but what did you do with it? The moments, the days, the weeks, the years. What have you done with your short sojourn here? The clock has struck the exact hour to act. Go. And that's food for thought, huh? Sorry if that's showing up in the video. There's some really loud trucks that live in the neighborhood. But what would you do? What would you do if that timer was on? The sand was almost gone. What would you do? So your cosmic checkbox here is write exactly 6 words as they would appear on your tombstone, and write 6 different words with your non-dominant hand. That feels interesting on its own. So if you would like to do that exercise, have at it. I feel like that would be a powerful exploration of knowing yourself just a little bit deeper. What do you want to leave behind in this world? What do you want to share with your loved ones? How do you want to move forward from this point on? And I'm hearing, what other things do you want to release? So that you can completely, fully, 100% step into your power. You're a cosmic superstar. And you know that. You know that in your core. So if the clock was moving towards that 0, the timer was on, how are you going to shine? How are you going to shine, superstar?